There's a threat in the world today. A threat to our way of living, a threat to our society, and maybe even a threat to our very existence. And what is this threat?
What's up? Live, Damon.
Oh, we are now, right now?
Yeah, we're live.
On which channel?
Hold on. We're up on Facebook. What's up, everybody on Facebook? Let's see.
Yes, we're up on Facebook. So basically, what I need to do right now is go live from
Live
from the Tavern.
Stadium Tavern. Right? We're going to take two on that, folks. What is going on here? I'm trying to do something on our YouTube channel, folks. So,
but anyway, I'm going to start talking. Welcome back, followers, friends, family.
What's happening?
New followers, new listeners. This is Black and White Sports, our weekly podcast from the Stadium Tavern, 802 Southwest Street, downtown Indianapolis. We are at the southwest corner behind Lucas Oil Stadium.
There we go.
Yes, and we are live from the bar doing what we do. So Dan, our technical advisor right now, because our guy who we has it is not old enough and can't get in the bar, and he's still in college. So Dan is taking care of that, and I'm bringing you in, and we are here at the tavern where we are every week. We are back. We were off last week, and we broadcast from the Sports Shire, which our good friend Chris thinks that is retarded. And yes, I am using the word retarded because I'm not being derogatory or evil to any handicapped people, handicapped people in our audience.
Speak out. Everybody speak out. Speak out. You know, anybody that has a referral for our name of the Sports Shire, please put it on our page, and we'll
if we don't do Shire, I like Layer. Because
that's kind of like the Beast Layer.
Yeah, right. Because it comes back from Inner Beast, your clothing line for MMA fighting. Everybody forgot about that. I didn't. I still wear it.
You know what? I don't know about the Shire now. If you're okay with the Layer,
I'm good with the Layer.
Man, let's bring back the Layer.
I'm good.
Let's see. What?
The Shire. That brings out our inner child geek, Lord of the Rings, Hobbits, the Shire, which goes into. I was talking to the wife earlier about that particular thing about Middle Earth and how how they are discovering different humanoid species that survived on the Earth at the same time.
Oh, shit.
Which brings up all the so I'm waiting for them to discover elves next.
Oh, dude, what do you mean? Elves are very real.
No, not the leprechaun elves. I'm talking about the elves that slide down tree branches and shoot bow and arrows like 100 times a minute.
Stupid, isn't it?
But anyway, that has absolutely nothing to do with what we do here.
Nope.
We talk about sports from a garage standpoint.
Yeah, we do.
What up, two guys that sit in the garage or this particular venue or bar and talk about sports.
Right.
And are we live? Why can I not find it on the tube? I can't find it on the tube.
What you doing?
Tube me.
I'm YouTubing. We're YouTubing too, folks.
Yes, but help me. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Here, let's go here. Help me. It's not doing it. I didn't like it.
I'm sitting there watching.
I'm watching it.
The Seton Hall.
Listen, I am technically retarded.
Well, anyway,
I want to see in case somebody comments. I want to read their comments on the tube.
Okay, well.
So anyway, I'm going over here. I'm going
Black and White Sports every Wednesday night live from Stadium Tavern, 802 Southwest Street. Angie's back in town, dealing out those great cold beers, those warm shots, And now you got just two guys talking sports here.
Hey, I got a beer right here. I better drink it.
Please.
Cheers.
So, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year. Nobody's in jail. Everybody's at home. Welcome to 2019, and thank you for kicking it off with us.
We appreciate it greatly. I am being texted. Oh, DJ says today is Wednesday. We must be doing our local broadcast show on social media for a month now.
It's been about 3 months. Well, definitely.
Well, yeah, it's been a while. This is our 11th.
So, yeah, it's almost been 3 months.
Yes. So, DJs probably should be joining in shortly. And he probably won't even want to talk about the Red Sox.
It's all right. We're not in baseball season. Hey, we're still flying football colors over here, folks.
Yes, he is.
I don't know about the other one, but I know the ass is definitely flying high.
Well, I told you like 2 shows ago that I was already in basketball season.
You did.
So what I'm doing, folks, if you're looking at me, I'm not over here doing phone stuff. I am looking for our notes for today's
I'm not doing
show.
phone stuff.
Never gonna teach your phone
Oh my God.
Shut your face. All right, y'all probably like, would you guys talk about something? Apparently Dan can't talk unless I'm talking.
No. Oh, I'm supposed to talk now.
I don't know if you can or not.
You're the host, man. I'm like the color commentary.
Well, I was apparently unprepared for today's event. So, obviously, we're still winding up the end of football season. College is almost over. High school is over in most states. It has been for just about a month here in Indiana. We did go over those. Didn't really see any standout signings coming from Indiana the last couple of weeks.
I'd still like to say congratulations to Warren Central for being top 10 in the nation.
It's a pretty good program they've been running over there for quite a few years.
It is. So congratulations is definitely warranted.
All right. So before we get into our in-season recap of some particular teams and other teams, we'll try to, because that's our first segment, so we'll try to run through some of those football breakdowns of different teams of what we think they're
he's telling you to stop eating the mic.
Yeah, so there are some teams that we can chit-chat about that their seasons are already over, including the turmoil that's going on in Pittsburgh that no one seems to have any idea what the hell is going on. So let's start off with the games that we got that's going on this weekend.
Okay.
So we have divisional playoffs.
Yep. Wild card.
The wild card and divisional playoffs this week.
No, divisionals next week.
Divisionals next, so wild card week. So we have, first up, we got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to the Houston Texans on Saturday.
Yep. That's the first game of the day. Third meeting of the year. I don't know. It's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard to beat a team, 3 times in a row. Well, 3 times in a year, and that's probably a big reason why the Colts won the second matchup with them, just because it was just that time,
They split,
didn't they?
I thought Houston won both games.
No. I don't think.
I really thought Houston won both games, but I could know. No, they ended. Indianapolis ended their 9-game, or what was it? Yeah. So they did split.
Yeah, because they started that run with them, and then
the Colts ended it. Yep, correct.
Yeah. See, I'm right.
Yeah, look at the ass. He's assing. I like. Me personally, I like Indianapolis in this matchup.
They're hot, man.
This is one. It is a wild card matchup, but it is a divisional game again. So it'll be the third time that these teams face this season. Me personally, I like what the Colts are doing. Andrew Luck looks strong. He looks healthy. He's still kind of reckless with the ball, as in his interception turnover ratio type deal. But I do like his overall decision making. He is holding the ball less, which means he takes less hits, and it means less pressure on the offensive line to hold their blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Ty is playing like I questioned Ty earlier in the year, which I would gladly put foot in the mouth. I questioned all of the players on the Colts, but I questioned Ty's ability to be a number one receiver, and he has shown why he is the number one receiver here, and it opens up for everyone else.
I'm not repeating the wife.
What did she say? Quit giving that mic. I want to fight her right now.
Back away from the microphone. Game on.
You can't put that on a family show.
That must be the guy's name.
Now I feel a little dirty.
Well,
I don't know, but obviously Andrew Luck, I think he should have been a Pro Bowl quarterback. I do think he'll still end up playing in the game because, some of those quarterbacks tend not to play, and one of them is going to end up in the Super Bowl. So, so I do see him still being in the Super Bowl. I do see them playing well. I don't see them going past this week, but I do like them. Yeah, I do like them this week.
Oh man, they're hot right now, man. They
are. They're one of the hottest teams in the league going into the playoffs. What is they won 7 of the last 8?
Yeah, and Houston's been a little wishy-washy. They lost the Colts. They lost to Philly. In the last 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to count out J.J. Watt. It's hard to count out Deshaun.
I mean, the defense.
Oh, DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins, yeah, he's a bad boy.
I
mean, their offense
on the other
is
side now. Demaryius Thomas.
Yes.
Yeah, Demaryius Thomas.
I mean, their offense is exciting. Watson is playing as well as any of the other playoff quarterbacks. I mean, he doesn't turn the ball over. He doesn't take questionable chances. He's a aggressive game manager. Does that make sense?
It does.
He's an aggressive game manager. So, it's not going to be an easy win for the Colts, but I think they will. I think they can go into Houston and win. But past this week, I'm not real confident.
The yes pick for the Indianapolis and Houston game is your Indianapolis Colts.
I don't know if he has a disease with this button.
It's not a button.
Apparently, Chris doesn't. Apparently, Chris does not like our pick with the Colts.
It's a knob.
He's just mad that
12-4.
Fitzgerald was going to be your coach, but he's not. Northwestern's like, nah, he's going to stay home.
Josh McDaniel is going to be the next Green Bay coach. No, you know what? Honestly. I heard the rumors.
And we'll talk Green Bay when we go over our season recap because those are one of the teams I want to talk about.
Okay.
Oh, not in a negative way. The only team that's going to be talked about negative is Pittsburgh, and it has absolutely nothing to do with on the field lack of production. Right. This is all in-house locker room type deals that destroy teams. So that's what we're talking about. Yeah. But anyway, so that brings us up next. We both go to the Colts. That brings us next to Seahawks going into the Cowboys Stadium. Hi, Sean. I know you're watching.
Yep.
Jordan said Thomas is out for the year, so they don't have Thomas on the other side.
Demaryius Thomas is gone. Man, I heard Chris say that Seattle's tough and dangerous.
I mean, the running game is outstanding. I mean, between Russell Wilson and the 2 running backs that they're using, that's when they started to change their season around, when they started to focus on the run. And then it's just, I think they're the overall leading rushing team in the league.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's all they do. They're almost like a college wishbone offense.
If they had their defense like they did 5 years ago, I would say really watch out for them.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, I don't.
Here's the thing that's making it tough for me. It's not because I'm a Philly fan rooting it on or against Dallas. It's the fact that Dallas is so inconsistent with what they're doing. I mean, one day you have a damn good team. The next, it's like a total wash. It's like, I don't know which team's going to show up for Dallas. Can they get their first win in the playoffs in how many years? I think they can.
I'm not buying into Dallas.
Since it's at home.
I'm not buying into Dallas, but I do think Dallas will win this game because it's at home. If it was in Seattle, I'd probably pick Seattle. But I'm not really buying into Dallas because if you look at their last, 8-9 games, how many of those teams were playoff teams? How many of those teams were winning teams? You know what I mean? I know Sean. I know Sean is going to be like, "Oh my God, you play who you play, you beat who you beat."
But no, he said because Philly's a solid team, right?
Wasn't really talking about Philly.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? Because they beat up on Philly, but Indianapolis coach, they were one of your victims, or one of their victims, and you didn't score points.
None.
You know what I mean? And Indianapolis gives up the most passing yards in the league.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you gave up, and they gave up over 100 yards rushing to Ezekiel Elliott, and you still did not come up with zero. You came up with 0 points.
Right. No touchdowns on the road.
So I don't know how you think you're going to go into either
But they're not going in this week.
We're not going in this week. I'm saying I think they'll get past this week, but I don't see how you're going to go into either the Rams.
Killing me, Small.
Or I'm behind. Oh yeah, I don't know how you're going to either go into the Rams or into. I'll say Philly for your sake. I don't know how you're going to go into Soldier Field. I don't know how you're going to go into any other of those NFC places and win. I just don't see it for Dallas.
Oh. I was just making sure we're still on the Saturday game, folks.
Yeah.
All right.
We're still on the Saturday game. I'm just saying those are the teams that they will have to go to.
You made sure to make a good pronunciation of Soldier Field. That's where Philly's heading, you know?
Yeah, right, because that's probably who I'm picking for that game. I'm just telling you.
Smart guy.
Anyway. No. No. But anyway, I like the Cowboys in this particular matchup.
I'm going to go with Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas because they're at home. I don't think they're going to lose the first game. I'll give them one win in the playoffs for the first one in, I don't know, what is it, 8 years or something?
Remember, we beat New Orleans. Yeah, okay, yeah. No one goes I mean, it's very rarely anybody wins all their games. Somebody's going to lose. It happens. Their down week just happened to be against the Cowboys. But if I tell you if they played today, I'm going to pick New Orleans by 14.
Yeah. I don't think they got the team to beat New Orleans.
No.
We do. But we're not worried.
You don't either.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
All right.
Anyway, so we're both picking the Cowboys. There you go.
We are.
Saturday. Move to Sunday, Damon. What do you got?
We got Chargers and the Ravens. I know.
This hurts.
I know those Ravens are playing.
This hurts, doesn't it?
Not really. You know, these Ravens are playing pretty good football.
Yeah.
No one is quite figured out Baltimore's new running game with Lamar Jackson. But here's the thing. He's still a rookie, and this is NFL playoff football. I like the Chargers.
I'm going to go with the Chargers, too. I think the Chargers they had a slight downslide for a game. They came back and won the last game of the season. Phillip Rivers is ready to play, and I see them going deep. So.
Oh, Chris is hilarious. Yes.
Yeah. I gave it a sad face.
Oh, that's great.
I had to give it a sad face.
I don't know. I like the Chargers. Phillip Rivers is playing pretty good. pretty good football right now. Melvin Gordon obviously is an amazing talent.
If he stays healthy, man.
If they stays healthy, the defense is playing pretty good, and they've already shown that they could come over to this side of the country and win. Yes, they went into Pittsburgh in Heinz Field and took care of them.
And if it wasn't for the Kansas City Chiefs being in their division, they would not be. They'd have a home field advantage in the playoffs.
Agreed. They would not be. They would not be a wild card team.
No.
I agree there. Georgia.
You know he's got 12 kids.
Holyfield?
Evander Holyfield's got 12 kids.
Hold that for the last segment of the
that's a lot of kids.
Comeback.
That's a lot of kids.
That's like Phillip Rivers. I see where it fits
Phillip
in
Rivers
now.
is with the same person.
Well, that's besides the point.
Is with his wife since
12
college.
Still got 12.
He's got 9. The new one's just born.
It's
like Amish. Well, I mean, you got a lot of money. You got a lot of kid raising money.
That is true.
When you got a over $100 million contract, you can raise 9 kids.
That is true.
You can send them all to Harvard and have change. But anyway, I like the Chargers. I think, and wouldn't this be the Chargers' first playoff win in a long time?
Yeah. I don't think it's been as long as Cowboys, but I think it's been a while.
That's what she said. She's rooting for the Ravens.
Who's that?
Best smack talker in the league. Phillip Rivers is the best smack talker in the league. And has been.
What a country accent.
And has been for a long time.
He's country boy. He's a country boy.
So that brings us to the last game of the week. You got the Eagles going into Soldier Field and the Bears.
Yes, sir.
One time in my life, I'm rooting for the Bears.
The
one time in his life, he is rooting for the Bears.
Has come, folks, to realize that this team is not going to give up that easily, and we're not losing this Sunday.
All right, you can't you don't have to give up. But I like the Bears. I think Khalil Mack has 4 sacks by himself.
What is that going to win the game for?
Yes.
Why?
Because 2 of them are going to be fumbles.
Oh, okay. Now
2 of them are going to be fumbles, and Nick Foles will not finish this game.
He's been getting beat up and bruised a lot. I know that, but he's coming back. He's going to be all right.
That's fine. He can be just fine. He's not going to finish this game. And Mr. Trubisky might have the best game of his life.
Well, I hope nothing but the best for Trubisky. Being a Carolina boy, that's great, but just not this weekend.
You don't even like Carolina football. Stop lying.
Well, that's besides the point. Carolina. Who cares? No, my pick.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, folks. I had a beer in my mouth. I'm going not the Eagles.
Well, you know what I'm going? I'm going.
Who cares?
Eagles fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
Can I get a shut up, Dan?
We need to get a button in there that just says shut up.
You're going outside.
Shut up.
We're going in the kitchen.
Uh-oh.
Who are you cooking for? We're talking about the Tavern on Tuesdays. Well, this week, tomorrow, is for Tacos Tuesday, is Taco Thursday Tuesday, or Taco Tuesday Thursday.
Yes.
Because they were not open on Tuesday. So we're not doing wings. So it's just Taco Tuesdays on Thursdays. But next week, go back to our regular scheduled programming.
So, God, don't move the dang thing up there. Don't eat it.
Y'all like my 3D?
He's talking. Oh, wow. He's
3D?
Talking.
He's talking like this is what it sounds like. Well, he told me to grab the mic like I was an MC, dog. But anyway, football. We're talking about football.
Oh, boy.
Football.
Go Eagles.
Football. But anyway, we've decided that football is not – the Eagles are not going to win.
We didn't decide shit on that. I didn't say that.
Chris, who you going with?
Read my comment and you'll know.
I did.
No, I think he's going with the Bears.
It's all right.
The Bears.
He's a daddy's boy.
I don't think he found that quite funny.
That's all right. His dad's a Bears
But anyway.
fan. That's why I said it.